A very funny thing happened when Donald Trump walked out of the courtroom on Tuesday afternoon to speak with reporters after the second day of jury selection, and Donald Trump appeared to confess to the very thing that he is standing trial for. Donald Trump, walking out of the courtroom, sees the cameras, sees the reporters, the microphones, and by God, he can't help himself. He's got to have that attention. They're right there. They want to hear from him. And he says this: I was paying a lawyer and marked it down as a legal expense. Some accountant I didn't know marked it down as a legal expense. That's exactly what it was. And you get indicted over that? I should be in Pennsylvania and Florida and many other states, North Carolina, Georgia, campaigning. So check it out. Legal expense. It's called legal expense. Yeah, that's pretty much what you're accused of doing. And you walked outside of the courtroom and said, hey, I did this thing, and now they're saying it's illegal? Yep, it 100% is. You cooked the books to hide the payment to Michael Cohen to reimburse him for paying off Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal. So, I mean, case closed at this point, pretty much. You just admitted to the actual crime. So here's what's so fun about that. Of course, this happened Tuesday evening, Tuesday afternoon, whatever it was when court was getting out for the day. And we didn't have court on Wednesday. So he's going back into court today, which will be the first time he has stepped foot in that courtroom since literally walking outside and confessing to the very thing that he is standing trial for. And you'd better believe that those prosecutors are paying attention. I mean, hell, legal experts. Attorney Brad Moss said, keep confessing, thank you. Military veteran and a podcast host said, I'm not a lawyer, but did he just corroborate the basic facts of the accusation? Yes. Let me read you this. This is from Raw Story. When Trump referred to paying a lawyer and having some accountant mark it down as a legal expense, that appears to be a direct reference to his former personal attorney, Michael Cohen, paying Daniels and McDougal, with Trump reimbursing him and the payment to Cohen being labeled as a retainer for legal services. So it's pretty cut and dry. You marked it down as legal services, which you literally admitted to. Then you tried to backtrack and said, no, some accountant did it. And then you backtracked off that and said, it's a legal expense. Look it up. It's called legal expense. So you went back to admitting you almost walked it back, but then you're like, no, we totally did it. Even though I just said I didn't do it after I said I did do it, but we did do it. So, wow. Can't wait for that clip to be played for the jurors. I wonder how that's going to play out. The problem Trump has, and this is going to haunt him throughout this entire trial, is that he cannot shut up. It's going to cost him big time. It could end up costing him his freedom if he continues to violate the gag order by not shutting up. But in this particular instance, this is criminal. Like, when you're out there speaking to the press, yes, you're not under oath, but that doesn't mean that those comments cannot be used against you in court. That clip can be played for the jury. And I promise you the prosecutors are at least discussing doing that. Because that is an admission. Granted, it's not an admission under oath, which, yes, there is a world of difference between the two. But you're going to have a hard time explaining that when you are now literally on camera admitting that you did the very thing that you're standing trial for.